Hi, what you see behind me here is the new marina at Roscoff in Brittany in the north coast of France. This place used to be an anchorage. It was a passage anchorages for people moving up and down the English Channel, and it was a very useful spot. Well, now they've built a marina and of course you have to pay, but actually I don't mind paying because the marina is just so good. It's beautifully built, the people are really nice, and they are charging me literally half what I'd be charged in England for the same experience, so no quarrel with that. Good for the French. Over here we've got the Bay of Morlaix, which is a huge indentation into the north coast of France. Morlaix is right at the top of the bay. It's miles inland. I went up there on the bus yesterday actually, and it took 3/4 of an hour. That's how far inland it is. And it's a remarkable, lovely medieval town. It got sacked in the 17th century by a bunch of brigands from Bristol, of all places. They came here to try their luck, and 600 of them landed way up the bay there. They waited until the men of the town had gone off to a meeting or some sort of jamboree somewhere, and then they fell on the place and sacked it rotten. Unfortunately, they made a bad mistake, because as they dropped back down to the ships, they decided they'd have a bit of a party. Well, as you might after a do like that. They were full of drink and they fell asleep in the woods for the night before taking ship back to Bristol. And the French unfortunately came back, didn't like what they'd done one bit. They gathered their forces, put a posse together, and they came and they gave the Brits a really good hiding. And you'd think that would have been the end of the matter, but it wasn't, of course, because the Brits came back for a return match. I think they lost that as well, but that's all in the past now. We're all friends these days, and I've got to say, these people are really good friends to us. Also, in Roscoff, just over the hill there, the fishing boats used to ply to and fro, and many of them went over to England, and this is a great place for growing onions. And the French onion sellers, the Onion Johnnies with their striped t-shirts and their berries, used to go over to England with their push bikes, festooned with strings of onions, and they'd ride out the length and breadth of England and sell them to the housewives. And I think there was many a housewife had a little secret smile on her face at the end of the day, as well as a string of onions. They were handsome, sort of brigand type chaps. A wonderful place and a wonderful history. Well, I'm just standing above the high tide mark here. If you look behind, you can see that the tide's got a long way to make, but they get bigger than this. And in a week or so's time, we'll be up in the bight of the bay near Mont Saint-Michel, St Malo and Granville, where on a big moon they can rise up 50 feet. 50 feet! That makes you think, doesn't it? Well, exciting times. Join me soon for more.